Today's episode is titled 32 Facts of Venice Film Festival. Notable points on oldest and most prestigious film event and Oscar decider. The Venice International Film Festival is one of the oldest film festivals and one of the big 5 film festivals held each year. With the coronavirus pandemic this year, no one was sure exactly how the festival would go on as planned. It turned out to be the first major event to take place in Europe since the virus's outbreak, although with limited capacity and attendees wearing face masks. In honor of this year's festival, which was held from September 2nd to September 12th, here are 32 facts of Venice Film Festival.
There are much fewer critics. There is the cinemas are half empty because of social distancing.
Number 1. The festival takes place on the Lido. Lido is a long, thin island in the Venice Lagoon. This means it is a bit away from the tourist-clogged areas of Venice, allowing space for famous stars to walk around in peace.
Spotlight on Venice, where the International Film Festival is the meeting place of stars and personalities from all over the world.
Number 2. Facts of Venice Film Festival. Oldest film festival in the world. The Venice Film Festival was first held in August of 1932.
In fact, the Mussolini Cup, named for fascist dictator Benito Mussolini, was the top award at the festival from 1934 to...
Number 3. It was created by Giuseppe Volpi, Luciano De Feo, and Antonio Maraini. Giuseppe Volpi, who had been Benito Mussolini's Minister of Finance, was appointed as the president of the festival. Luciano De Feo was the head of the executive committee, and Antonio Maraini was the festival's secretary general.
Italian cinema came to have international resonance as a new direction in cinema.
Number 4. One of the most important and glamorous fixtures on the cinema calendar. This is where many films make their debut and start the circuit. Not to mention the beautiful location. To the average cinema lover, it may not seem like much, but within the world of actors, directors, and production crews involved in the making of films, this event is a big deal. Number 5. The first Japanese film to be shown at the festival and in the Western world. Akira Kurosawa's RASHOMON. In 1951, the Japanese film RASHOMON by Akira Kurosawa, the first Japanese film to be shown in the West, won the Golden Lion for Best Film. It told the story revolving around the death of a samurai in a remote village. Venice had long been a two-way gate between the East and West for centuries of trade. And this Japanese film started the two-way portal for cinema between the East and the West as well. This historic tradition continues on to this day, with Eastern cinema entering Europe through Venice Film Festival.
In that sense, filmmakers like Akira have proven to all of us that we share a common culture and a common language.
Number 6. The Venice Film Festival is actually just one component of La Biennale di Venezia.
Here's Venice, home to the Venice Biennale, where every 2 years each nation on the map sends its finest artists to represent them on a world stage.
La Biennale di Venezia is one of the world's oldest exhibitions of art, created on April 19, 1893, by the Venice City Council. This expansive exhibition of art includes Italian and international art, architecture, theater, dance, music, and cinema.
With a 120-year history just as rich as that of the Olympics, a history that shows Venice's ability to mirror political and cultural attitudes of the times again and again, which begs the question, what would the world be like without the Venice Biennale?
Number 7. Seventh fact of Venice Film Festival. The favorite number is 7. There are 7 major awards: the Golden Lion, the Silver Lion, 2 Volpi Cups for Best Actor and Actress, Marcello Mastroianni Award for Best Young Actor or Actress, the Osella awarded to off-screen actors, and a special prize of the jury. There are 7 programs: the main competition, Horizons program for games and documentaries, short film competition, non-competition screenings, a section of an independent and parallel cinema, the Film Market Forum, where the largest trading companies present new items for distributors, and Luigi De Laurentiis Prize for beginners. Furthermore, 7 is the minimum number of the main competition jury. I guess they really like the number 7.
Maybe that's what Marinetti was trying to do when he dropped his manifesto from the San Marco clock tower in 1909, jump-starting a futurist movement that laid the foundation for the Mussolini years.
Number 8. In 1946, the festival was hosted in the San Marco Cinema. This was because the Allies had confiscated the palace, Palazzo del Cinema, forcing the festival to move locations for that year.
The Venice Film Festival is internationally renowned for innovative independent cinema and glamorous stars arriving via gondola to screening events.
Number 9. Canals become red carpets. Stars float in on boats, a great picture that photographers love to get.
Here it is in 1895, in 1972, in 2001. But what exactly are we looking at here, or here, or here?
It's a visually demanding place. It's like an Olympic for arts or something.
Number 10. The Venice Film Festival is the best-known event of La Biennale di Venezia. The separate exhibitions of La Biennale di Venezia are the International Art Exhibition, the International Festival of Contemporary Music, the International Theater Festival, the International Architecture Exhibition, the International Festival of Contemporary Dance, the International Kids Carnival, and, of course, the annual Venice Film Festival. Number 11. No director has ever received all 3 of the major awards. This is most likely because organizers and judges are all very careful in their selection of participants for the main award, the Golden Lion.
Along with cinema's new direction came a new prize for the festival in 1949, the Golden Lion of St. Mark, now known simply as the Golden Lion.
Number 12. Only 4 people have ever been twice laureates. The Frenchmen André Caillet and Louis Malle and the Chinese Yimu Zhang and Ang Lee are the only people to have won 2 of the major awards. Number 13. The films shown at the festival are exclusive. The films shown at the Venice Film Festival must have not been presented at any other international film festival, cinematographic events, or had any form of commercial distribution or exhibition. In other words, they have never been seen by audiences before their premiere at the festival.
Tickets for media screenings seem plentiful. Attendees will be socially distant in theaters, as this chart shows, cutting the number of seats by 50%.
Number 14. This year is the 77th Venice International Film Festival. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, this year the Venice Film Festival was held from September 2nd to September 12th.
To spend the evening here with you, just as you want. Say just as I want.
Number 15. The first film ever shown at the festival was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. On August 6, 1932, a screening of the American film Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was presented on the terrace of the Excelsior Palace Hotel, opened the festival.
The Golden Lion is the quintessential symbol of Venice, a winged lion.
Number 16. No awards were given at the first ever festival. Instead of awards, they conducted an audience referendum to determine which of the performances and films were most worthy of praise. The French film À nous la liberté was voted the funniest film. The Sin of Madelon Claudette was chosen as the most moving film, and its star Helen Hayes was voted as the best actress. Lastly, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was voted the most original film, and its leading man, Frederick March, was voted Best Actor. Number 17. It was declared to be an annual festival in 1934. Even though the first festival, held in 1932, was an immense success, it did not occur again in 1933. Instead, it resumed in 1934, where it was officially declared to be an annual event, and participation rose from 9 countries to 17 countries.
The festival is the oldest film festival organized in the world and one of the most prestigious. The festival was first organized in 1932.
Number 18. The first official awards of the festival were given in 1934. 17 total awards were given, 14 to films and 3 to individuals, but the main awards were the Mussolini Cup for Best Italian Film, the Mussolini Cup for Best Foreign Film, and the Corporation's Ministry Cup. Number 19. In 1937, the Palazzo del Cinema was built on the Lido. This became the permanent home of the Venice Film Festival. In 2012, the festival introduced an interesting innovation. Some of the movies presented to the public for the first time at the festival could be watched online on the official website. The cost of the subscription to watch a single movie is approximately equal to the price of a cinema ticket, so many were not sure this was a worthwhile change. Number 21. Most films are screened around 3 to 4 times throughout the festival. This means that there are not hour-long waits to get in to see any particular film or possibly lose the opportunity to see a masterpiece. You can simply catch it later.
The winner is Marlon Brando's On the Waterfront.
Number 22. Marlon Brando's career skyrocketed after Venice Film Festival selection. Marlon Brando's reputation was cemented as an acting great with the screening of On the Waterfront that impressed critics all over the world. The 30-year-old Marlon Brando charmed audiences as a timeless talent and irresistible sex symbol since his appearance on the magnetic shores of the Lido. After being showcased at the festival, his film was nominated for 12 Oscars in February 1955 and won 8 of them, including Brando's first Best Actor award. Such is the power and influence of Venice Film Festival.
Now you can chuck in the 1-2 combination punch of Gary Cooper or John Wayne, but a solo tag is the norm. Brando.
Number 23. The Queer Lion Award for films representing LGBTQ themes was started in 2007.
In all history, the world has known no more compelling or more moving story than that of Romeo and Juliet.
Number 24. Just because audiences and critics love a film doesn't mean it will win a jury prize. A notable case where this occurred was with the films SENSO by Luchino Visconti and La Strada by Federico Fellini, both favored to win the Golden Lion in 1954. Unexpectedly, Renato Castellani's Romeo and Juliet received the Golden Lion Award instead.
Prim! I volunteer as tribute!
Number 25. Young actors who have been awarded the Marcello Mastroianni Prize went on to star in major films. Jennifer Lawrence won this award at the Venice Film Festival in 2008 when she was only 18 years old for the film The Burning Plain, and eventually went on to star in the Hunger Games films, Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, as well as other notable films. Another example is Ty Sheridan, who won the award in 2013 for his role in Joe, and went on to star in the Steven Spielberg-directed film Ready Player One.
Not a spark inside. What a waste of a lovely night.
Number 26. Films that premiere at the festival often go on to receive Oscar wins. Such films are Gravity, Birdman, Spotlight, La La Land, The Shape of Water, Roma, and Joker.
And the winner Hamlet, J. Arthur Rank, Two Cities Film.
Number 27. Only 2 films that won the Golden Lion went on to win Best Picture at the Oscars. These 2 films were 1948's Hamlet and 2017's The Shape of Water.
Fashion design is a wonderful thing, but it's very fleeting. Film is really the most permanent thing I think that you can create. You know, you create a world that's sealed forever.
Number 28. Tom Ford's A Single Man won the Queer Lion Award. The divinely talented Tom Ford was already one of the greatest fashion designers in the world when he decided to debut his talents as a film director. A Single Man has gone on to be an extremely successful film since its premiere and win at the Venice Film Festival. The film starred Colin Firth, Matthew Good, John Cordigerina, Julianne Moore, and Nicholas Hoult.
A lot of time talking to Stanley about the release of the picture. I mean, Stanley was involved in every aspect of his film. It's very special to be here tonight, and Stanley's family is here.
Number 29. Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, 1999, starring Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, was posthumously premiered here. The 56th Venice Film Festival opened with the premiere of Stanley Kubrick's last film, a posthumous presentation of Eyes Wide Shut. That was during the height of the A-list couple Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, bringing the world's attention to the lagoon.
Siento un poco como que 31 años después me están dando el León de Oro por una película que traje en el 88. Y eso me gusta mucho creer que es un acto casual de justicia.
Number 30. The elevation and recognition of Pedro Almodovar. In 1988, Pedro Almodovar was given a global platform by the Venice Film Festival. The unknown Spanish director and screenwriter premiered his movie Woman on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, for which he won the Ocello Prize for Best Story. This cemented the future of Almodovar's dazzling career with much critical success. Number 31. As of 2019, the U.S. has won 11 Golden Lion Awards. This is impressive, as the Golden Lion is one of the most prestigious cinema awards, although other countries do have the U.S. beaten number, primarily France and Italy, longtime cinematographic rivals.
Viva Venezia! Cinema, cinema, cinema. Wakanda forever. Nothing but love.
Number 32. Tilda Swinton gave a tribute to Chadwick Boseman by exclaiming Wakanda forever in her Golden Lion Lifetime Achievement Award acceptance speech. Tilda Swinton highlighted Chadwick Boseman in his film Black Panther while thanking the Venice Film Festival, the most venerable and majestic film festival on earth. We can continue to rely on the great, elastic, wide, wild, bouncy, boundaryless, and perpetually inclusive state of cinema. We have everything we need. The magic carpet is flying still and ever shall be. The best possible personal protective equipment for the soul. Viva Venetia. Cinema, cinema, cinema. Wakanda forever. Nothing but love. Article is written by Callery Arison.